Josh was there, and I clicked on him and added him, and he fucked off. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute.
I'm drunk.
Let me just turn this around. Right. Yeah, turn it around a little bit more. There you go. We're on there, and it's tilted. All right. Yeah. Josh, if you're watching, come back. Click on it again, because I did add you in.
Come back, Josh.
You vanished. Oh, right, there we go. Ooh, that's okay. So yeah, let's whilst we're waiting for Josh and before we start anything, what have you been up to? I know what you've been up to, but you can tell everybody what you've been up to.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I need to stretch my leg. Just got cramp. I haven't really been up to too much. Been doing a lot of work for radio, HGV1 and Corby Radio over the last week. Been doing little bits of filming for something to do with TikTok. And Saturday afternoon or Saturday all day, I was at the local Comic-Con where I got to sit with Ross Sandbridge, and I can't remember his name now, but he was the guy that played Kylo Ren's body double and the Stormtrooper in the Star Wars movies. Ross Sandbridge was the guy that played the body of Snoke, the Supreme Leader in Star Wars, and one of the Wookiees in Solo. And yeah, had a really good time. It was brilliant. Got signed loads of autographs and sent some, did sell some books and things like that. So it was pretty cool. And now it's back to the grindstone, getting my garage converted again.
Yeah, that'd be awesome when that's done. Funny enough, just as everybody out there, we were just talking about his garage and stuff before the show. He's converting his garage into a fully equipped bedroom. And our bedroom that we got downstairs is being turned into our collection room, because Rachel and I both collect stuff, and that's where I'm going to be broadcasting from. So all my Star Wars stuff will be up with it. I know we were talking about the Lego and Star Wars Lego and shit like that, so all of that stuff will be up as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah, I'm at a good stage at the moment. I'm insulating the ceiling, so it's I spent sort of 3 hours putting insulation up in there. I only got halfway through. Of course, all the windows and doors had to be open to allow the air to get rid of all the particles of fiberglass that's floating about. It just gets everywhere. It's horrible.
Yeah, I know. I can't stand that shit. So,
I spent all day like this. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Look, what you and Ellen get to in the privacy of your own room is entirely up to you. But, right, just going straight into it. What do we make of all this with the US government? The shit that they've released, and the stuff that is apparently coming out in the next drop, which is all the actual proof of aliens.
Yeah, again, I think they are trying to blindside us. I think there's a lot of videos going out there again that a lot of people are questioning and saying, is this real or fake? There's a lot of information that's being redacted again, as it did the last time. Well, in 2017 when the last lot came out, there's a lot being redacted. You've got more people going missing that had high-profile jobs within the government. You know, a few more people have been added to the list.
Oh, we on this again with the missing scientist?
And yeah.
I solved it already, man. They're all part of fucking Boeing. They're all had to deal with this aircraft. And we were bombing the shit out of Iran. It's Operation Think Tank. I guarantee you they're probably on a destroyer.
And I would also like to know if the bloke that got killed at Denver Airport was on that list as well.
The one that got sucked into the jet?
Yeah. How did he get over that fence, and how did he make it all the way across to the runway?
Well, I
read about it.
Airline security around here has been really lax since Trump's been cutting people's jobs.
Are we talking about Colorado?
That's all. Yeah.
That's secure as fuck. That is properly secure.
I was going to say it's one of the most secure airports in the United States, isn't it?
And it has a nice underground facility that nobody knows about.
And that's what I mean. How would somebody get access to one of the most secure airports in the States and manage to get from the outer boundaries to the runway as a plane is taking off?
And he got sucked off into a jet. I mean, that's the biggest blowjob I've ever heard of.
I mean, them engines, they are quite high up. So for him, you know, that aircraft was taking off at the time. So for him to have actually been sort of pushed into the turbines.
Yeah. It's like everything. Everything at the moment stinks to high heaven. It's like all the stuff that's released is drip feed, and stinks to high heaven because they've said yes, but we're not going to give the full details yet. Yes, not quite yet. Yes, they're real. Not going to give. Yes, they are, but we're not telling you who just yet.
Well, every Wednesday they're supposed to disclose more and more and more. It's for a while now.
It's drip feed.
I don't know if you guys heard that.
Yeah, it's being drip fed, but it's also being redacted at the same time. So there's some information they still won't tell us.
It is, and also, whilst I remember, do you remember we spoke several times at length about NASA and the Vatican? You know what? NASA and the Vatican. Like, can you? We're going to pay you X amount. I think was it $3 million to train our guys to deal with coming out to the Bible Belt about aliens. There was another meeting, and did you see the thing I put on the wall? And it's a case of we told you.
Yeah,
we told you. We told you quite a long time ago that had happened.
Well, there's already backlash going on. Just look at Facebook. There's a lot of evangelical Christians saying that there's demons to attack us.
Oh, I'm sorry, but are people that fucking stupid that they think that?
Yes,
demons?
Absolutely. People are that stupid.
I mean, right? You were both sane-ish people like myself, and you guys out there watching us in all the social medias. You know yourself, every pinprick of light you see out there, every single pinprick of light, there is at least 2 planets, not 1, not 3, 2 planets capable of sustaining life. And it may not be carbon-based life, it could be silicon-based life. But that's every single dot, every single glimmer of light you see in the sky has these 2 planets.
Hey,
Jamie, some of these planets are millions, if not billions of years older than us, with civilizations that have adapted and changed over these millions and billions of years. And you're telling me demons, not aliens, demons.
That line that we're made in God's image.
They've only got to be 500. Their civilization only needs to have started 500 years earlier than ours. And they would be so much more technologically advanced than us.
And there's some out there that have, what's the word? Ascended and changed into different. Some could be just energy beings, you know, because that's what we're headed to with ascension. We're going to get more and more if we manage to survive and not blow the shit out of ourselves and fuck this planet up. But you know, yeah.
I'll take the ladder on that one.
And more truth is coming to light about previous civilizations, especially on my dark dive. I've been noticing about Atlantis. They think they may have found it. When I know more, I'll let you know. But they think they may have found where it was at the bottom of the sea, not the eye of the Sahara. It's at the bottom of a sea, and they think there's remains of buildings and this, that, and the other, and they're going to investigate. And when it comes up, it'll be there. And also more and more stuff is coming to light about the passageway under the Sphinx, linking up the pyramids, or the Great Pyramid, and a second Sphinx. And there's more and more LiDAR stuff coming down. And now Zahi Hawass is shatting himself, and he's genuinely like and he doesn't want the truth to come out. And it's got to that point, it's reached that tipping point where it's coming over towards the truth is coming out, whether you like it or not. And it's not.
Did you interrupt? Did you see Bob Lazar was drinking with Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan Experience, and they were talking about the LiDAR. And Bob Lazar got a little too hammered, and he was all like, "Bullshit! We don't have a technology where they can read LiDAR. They don't have that." Joe Rogan's like, "Yeah, they do. We've been using it." And he's like, "No, I would know." And Joe's like, I think you're done with the brandy. And he's like,
Yeah,
I could use a cup of coffee.
yeah. Bob Lazar got hammered. Oh dear, Bob Lazar drunk and coming out with ball bollocks. What do you reckon with his stuff that he comes out with? And Greer.
Bob Lazar? I don't trust Greer at all. He's too intertwined with Gaia, gets too much pay for information, where Bob was like, "This is what's up. Don't trust the government. Look what they did to me." Where I honestly think Stephen Greer is probably psyops.
I think there's all the famous ones, especially like Lou Elizondo and stuff like that. I think they are big spin doctors. I think they are on the payroll and they're spin doctors.
Yeah.
And
I unfortunately kind of think the same about Tom DeLonge now too. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he's.
I like Blink-182, but
well, it's like what's his face? Secure Team 10. What's his bloody name?
Tyler,
that's it.
Tyler. Yeah.
He used to spit truth, and then he went fucking over several months, and then when he came back, he was, it's this and it. You could see he'd been got to.
Well, I don't think he got to. I think the fame and the money got to him a little too bit, and he openly admits, and his wife admits too. He got really heavy into drugs and painkillers, and that's when stuff started getting weird. And then he started making money, and it started supplying his addiction. And then he beat up his wife really bad, and then the police came and raided him because he was also selling. And unfortunately, I think he was somebody like us, and then.
Well, that's a good way to get somebody, isn't it? Throw money at them.
But the thing is, like, I mean, as much as I'd love loads of money, I'm not going to turn into a complete CUNT. You know, you will know if I've changed because you know how I am. Same with you two. You'll know if any of us have changed because we know exactly who we are. And if we're on there and we're going, oh well, no, actually, I think we need to be cautious, and it's fuck off. He's been got to.
Yeah, but I worked with some people. It would have been.
I worked with some of his colleagues though too, and there was definitely, they said there was a change in him when he got on the painkillers and the heroin.
See, there was all that, but like I said, there are lots of rumors that the government actually spoke to him and said, look, we could either do it this way, or you could work for us and spread it a little bit thinner and a little drip feed, and we'll pay you handsomely. And there were those rumors. What do you reckon?
My gut, I don't know. My gut instinct, it was just a young guy that got money from YouTube, early YouTube, and he decided to go the other direction with it, unfortunately.
Well, we shall have to see. We shall have to see. Like I say, if any of us start talking complete bollocks, and we're suddenly buying like garage extensions and shit like that, then it's like.
Well, let's put it this way: if I'd have had 15 grand, I'd have had it built by now.
Yeah.
Right, my truck would be a lot nicer. There would be signs. There'd be a lot of signs.
It's like me. I've just bought an awesome car, but trust me, if I'd been got to and had loads of money, I would have a much more awesome car, like a Mustang or something. So, but yeah, do you think that over the months they're gradually going to put that little bit more until it's literally there?
Yes, I don't know what to think, because I've been finding some discrepancies in what's been released, unfortunately. Like the one with the body was posted around 2000s when I was in high school, and it was a April Fool's joke from a magazine.
Isn't
I
that the
want
one
to
that
say
was
it was Wire.
It was on one of the what was that first social media thing where people used to post videos? I can't remember. It was
Something like Snapchat.
No, way before that. Way.
Yeah.
You know the one I mean. I can't remember, but I used to be on it. And
MySpace.
What?
Because that was like the MySpace.
No, it wasn't called MySpace. It was something else. But it was where you could post up 30-second videos of shit and this, that, and the other.
Easy boards.
No, I can't. I'll remember the name of it at some point. But I remember that video being on there. I do think there's a mixture of out and out bullshit, maybe bullshit and truth that's been released. I think there's a mixture of everything. And because they put it all together, it's like, it's up to you to make your minds up. And it's going to get to the point where a little bit more, until it's like bang, zoom. Well, we told you they're here. Look, see, we did all this. And I do think it's going to get to that, and it's going to be like absolute truth. But I think they're drip feeding the population.
There is a lot of other shit going on right now too, and Americans, honestly, you talk about the aliens, they want the Epstein files, they want to know about the Disney bust, they want to know about Iran,
The hantavirus.
and they're like, here we go. Yeah, here's a hantavirus. The hantavirus started the same day that the feds hit Disney cruise lining. I don't know if you guys, I posted it, but that's the real story that did happen.
We all know what's going on. Like when you said, what do you think? What conspiracy theory? I mean, your post, and I've said, oh well, blah blah blah. I do think like we all know that these viruses are not released by accident. They're released on purpose because people make billions off of it. And why waste an opportunity and to just thin the herd a little bit when you can make millions and billions and billions and trillions of dollars, pounds, whatever, off the death of a few thousand people and a few million people, whatever. What's that to a few quid for these wankers that are doing all this? And the ones that then make the money on the cures.
Our leaders have already said there will not be another pandemic. There will not be a lockdown. We are no longer part of the World Health Organization.
I bet there will. I bet there fucking will be.
Yeah, I think it'll be a case of if something like that was to happen and it got too close to home, there would be a lockdown regardless, whether you're
actually
or not.
We're having the ticks really bad this year, and I don't know if you heard about any of that, but that's been way more concerned than the hantavirus.
Ticks? What, like Lyme disease?
Lyme disease.
It's beyond Lyme disease. Actually, it's evolved. It makes you completely allergic to red meat for the rest of your life. It also makes you anemic. Yeah, and it goes right into Operation Paperclip. They were right off of that island, off of by New York. We're doing this, and that one Nazi scientist, and it's like it started up again. There's a call to arrest the Gate family over it.
It's all complete and utter. There's so much stuff going on, and it's cover up after cover up after cover up. Sorry, I'm just gonna see if we are actually going out on the Dark Mirror show, because they said we're on the Dark Mirror show. I'm looking at it. It is there. So it's there. You just had to scroll down a little bit. We're on there. I do think we are being slowly drip fed. It's only my opinion. I think we're being slowly drip fed. Everything that we spoke about with the Vatican and NASA, we told you it was true. And again, they've done another meeting and said, we need to do this. So we're being slowly drip fed. They're preparing religion. That's out there. It's proved what we said. It's real. It's happening. They're preparing religion so that they can release to their followers that blah 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 blah. It's not demons. It's this. It's that. It's the other. It's people from other planets. It's not demons. I'm sorry.
See, that's.
When
But then you also have Turning Point openly saying it's demons, and the vice president right now.
Yeah, come on. When you look at the Vedic scripts and when you look at the Mahabharata and things like that, they tell you it's not demons. It was the gods and the other gods who didn't like humans. And
They will never admit that if the other gods or any other religion is correct. That's their game. They make billions off of Christianity.
Religion, like I believe there is a higher power. I believe there's a higher purpose, higher being, whatever you want to call it. But all this fake religion, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of fake religion. There is that where people just make money, Hey, Yvonne, it's wrong and it's corrupt and it's bloody brainwashing because you're telling people this and this and this and this whilst you're making money, and then you've got these other weird sects that sleep with all the women and blah, 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 taking all their money, this, that, and the other, and you're brainwashing these poor sods into believing XYZ. It's not true. Yeah. There is something after you die. There is a higher power, but it ain't as a man's written down in the book. It's not. A man's written down what back then he took to be gods and this, that, and the other. The same with any civilization. It was what we saw and thought, oh, right, that's why they're done.
That's what's upsetting people is there's other beings. We're not God's favorite children. And there's a lot of people upset about that.
Well, when you read about the when you read back into the Anunnaki and go into the Babylonian scripts on the Emerald Scrolls of Thoth, Thoth was an Atlantean, and he talks about it and says, yeah, we were here before humans. We came from that planet up there. We came here thousands of years ago. We had all these mega cities. Oh, we fucked up. That blew up, and that created a chain thing which blew them all up. Created a mini ice age, and then they had to start again. They had the technology. They say, I'm not God, but we will be perceived as gods because we have this knowledge, we have this technology. And even though or the megacities, whatever you want to call them, were lost, we still retain that knowledge. We still retain the ships, the weapons, the technology, so we can start again. But we're going to appear as gods. There is a god or gods for real, but the ones that were here were either precursors to us from other places or precursors that just kept on and on and on and on. But either way, they were people with vast knowledge and vastly superior technology. But back then,
answering the question in the chat, I honestly think it's damage control. There's, like I said, Turning Point is very much saying that it's demonic. There's a lot of very religious evangelists that say it's demonic, and I guarantee you, if somebody does come here and diplomatically peace, some people are going to go after them.
Yeah, because people are idiots.
I think the problem is
demonic or aliens. Aliens.
The problem is they're saying it's demonic straight away because for literally hundreds and thousands of years, they've been telling us that there is one God. You follow God. You do this, you do that, and you have to follow that rhetoric, whether you want it or not. That's what you've got to follow. Now, when all of a sudden someone like Trump turns around and says, right, you guys, I want you in my office now. This is the situation. They're all like, oh, hang on a minute. This goes against what we've been teaching our parishioners for the last God knows how many years. This is going to cause a problem. So they've demonized them. So that people will be going against them because they don't want religion to go out the window, and the religion then loses money.
It's exactly what they did.
Control.
It's exactly what they did with Lilith. They tried to say that Lilith was this horrible person who's turned into the first vampire, this, that, and the other. And when you actually look into it, she was bastardized and demonized because she wouldn't give in to a man. She killed herself rather than be taken over by a road king that killed her husband. She chucked herself out of window, killed herself, took her own life. And they tried to say, oh, she was Adam's other wife who made her own mind up and had her own thoughts and feelings and fucked him over. And then she did this and God punished her and turned her into a vampire. No, she was a normal woman who just jumped out of a fucking window to stop being taken over.
And then there's Mary Magdalene as well.
Yeah, they went no. Said she was XYZ. You know, oh, she was a prostitute. She was this. She was married to Christ. They had children, and they left all this out. They took the books and went, nope, can't have that. Nope, can't have that. It is man doing it again, sticking their noses in, controlling the media, controlling the outcome, and controlling history. You know, and it's wrong. You should, but now it's reached crisis point. All of the controlling the families, and we know which bloody families and all that are controlling all the banks, all the systems, all the history, everything. It's got to crisis point now because everything's coming out. All the truth is coming out. Actual real videos, not AI, but real videos are coming out, and it's got to that point they can't do it anymore. They can't hide it anymore. So they've got to do it this way and start drip feed, and go, oh yeah, well, we told you. Okay, so what about all the lies you've done over the centuries? That wasn't us. It was nothing to do with us.
It's about intelligence, basically. It's about an organization getting people into a system of belief. And those people have been led down a certain road, but you've got little individual pockets where people have come away from that and gone, well, hang on a minute, this doesn't make sense, that don't make sense. And those people that have asked the questions have then gone, hang on a minute, that person's right. This doesn't make sense. They've asked them questions, found their own answers and gone, like we have, we've looked at it and we've gone, the Emerald Scrolls.
Yeah,
the Emerald Scrolls predate the Bible, so how can the Bible contradict the Emerald Scrolls?
Well, I mean, a load of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Because demons put them out to confuse you, is what Turning Point would tell you.
Yep, and it's been those three families whose names haven't actually been changed down throughout the centuries. They've just been changed from the language, the original languages they were in, slightly altered, but it's the same fucking name. It's the same name when it's translated all the way through, you know, and it's coming crashing down to a halt around them, you know. All this.
I'm so glad it's not mine.
No, it's not mine either. It's not Josh's either. And it's coming to it's a hit crisis point. All this stuff, it just can't be done anymore. Yeah. It's all come out. Everything's coming out, and people are starting to question everything. They're all panicking. All the governments are panicking. You know, look at the state of our government over here. Fucking complete piece of shit over here. You know, and you got the likes of the Reform Party and stuff, which I never thought I would say that I've ever thought I'd hear myself say I agree with, but. Yeah, they're right on a lot of things. You know, there needs to be change. There needs to be a lot of change, and everybody needs to be made aware of all the lies and all the hidden stuff, and the truth needs to come out. And people need to start waking the fuck up. Stop. It's not demons. It's people from other planets. Stop with your nonsense and your bollocks. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Well, I have to stay out of politics on a live broadcast, so I do apologise.
Why?
Well, I could get removed from a certain political party if I start viewing my expressions on things like that. I'm a member of the Reform Party.
I've just said I
have to be careful what I say.
Well, this is a Dark Mirror show, and I don't give a shit.
Who knows? In 2 years' time, I could be the Minister of Defence. Come on.
No. If that's the case, then I should be the Minister of Space or Space Affairs, Interstellar Affairs, along with Josh.
I already decided what my job would be, and it would be the Minister of Paranormal.
Okay.
I would be the head of the Department of Paranormal Research.
Well, in that case, you're looking at your Minister for Intergalactic Affairs, and you've got Josh there, who is the Minister.
I want to be king of the North.
And criticism. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. No. As I say, unfortunately, the way the world's going and the way everything's, all the lies. And the thing is now, it's, when the next big thing happens, everybody, or almost everybody's sitting back and going, oh yeah, another cover up. Oh yeah, another cover up. Oh yeah, look at this hand whilst we don't watch what this hand's doing over here. We all know. You got to be shit to think it's not,
Everybody is saying, oh, aliens are real. So how about them Epstein files?
Yeah.
That's what's going on here.
Yeah. We all know aliens are real. We've known for a very long time, but what a good way to get out of and avoid the Epstein files is by going, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to start releasing this. Oh, that's no.
Yeah, they're like, or what's going on with the Strait?
Yep.
That's the other one everybody's asking. So that's cool.
They call it
UFOs are real.
It was like Trump turning around and saying he's going to look into Argentina and this, that, and the other because we didn't help them with the Strait. First of all, it's got fuck all to do with you, so stop trying to start World War III. And secondly, Argentina is on the tip of South America, not North America. I didn't realize you were suddenly president of the world. Don't poke your nose in and rattle your allies by
it's gotten bad since the golden statue got built.
If he was to look at the history books, Argentina never owned those islands in the first place.
No.
So how
the fact that he's going to open a book, you have a chance of a Gray coming on the show and interviewing him.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now. There's a better chance of a Gray coming on our show and being interviewed than them going through a history book. I'll tell you that right now.
Do you know what? Wouldn't that be awesome if when they suddenly come out and say, yeah, we're here, guys, and it's like, would you like to be a guest on our show, please? With loads of respect.
I have a feeling they're going to be like, aliens are real, Zeta Reticula's real, and they're taking all of our oil. Who's enlisted? Why do you think we built that Space Force? They need some freedom, and they need some Jesus.
Space Force that didn't exist. Oh dear. Yeah, this doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. Oh look, it's all real. And then, as I say, the whole thing about Trump and everybody, NASA and everybody going, we need to make the religions start to come out and tell their followers about aliens. Yeah, no shit. We told you 3 years ago. Remember when we read about it and we came at just over 3 years because I was still living at the old house. That's when we first started coming out about it.
Yep.
That's
quite a while back.
Another thing I thought was Trump's trying to get into it for a third term. I didn't think you could have a third term in office.
You changed the
rules. There's a loophole. Nope, there's a loophole.
Oh well, they're looking into it as to whether he can or
They found it already. They found the loophole already. He's going to run as vice president, and then J.D. Vance will step down. Nobody's ever done this before.
But would J.D. Vance want to step down?
That's the thing.
Would he do as he's told and step down from being president so that Trump could take a third term?
I think if he didn't, you'd probably find that he'd suddenly become ill, extremely ill, or maybe even terminally ill with lead poisoning or something. And something awful happened, and oh look, the vice president's got to step in.
Or some bizarre substance gets put in his crab beast at a restaurant.
No, I don't know if you guys heard this though, but the Iranian hackers are saying that they found what happened to Charlie Kirk, and it's actually a pretty viable. Do you remember when? No, they're saying he wasn't shot. Do you remember when all these leaders in, I want to say it was like Iran or Iraq, that their cell phones started exploding? All these high generals, they're saying that's what happened to his mic. That there was an explosive in his mic, and that's why they don't have the bullet. doesn't match up, and that's why
Mm.
Snack did that.
I saw a video where the angle of the shot was wrong.
Yeah, but and the gun, they were saying it was an AR-12, wasn't it? And the rat, if it had been an AR-12, there would have been a hell of a lot more damage than that. Hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
That was, if that was anything, that was a 2.2.
30-06.
The bullet was a
30-06. I think it was a. They're saying it was a 30-06.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No.
And that it was. He went to the gym a lot. That's the
Yeah.
excuse they gave up. You know.
2.2s are the most. I mean, if it wasn't the microphone bomb, 2.2s are the most common form of assassination round, because if you do it in the skull, it doesn't leave an exit wound and it bounces around inside the skull and chops the brain up. And if you're going to go for the carotid, jugular, brachial, jugular, yeah, if you're going to go up here and take out a vein with a 2.2, you have got to be the best shot in the world, and your anatomy has got to be spot on to do that shot, like the best. So that microphone thing that you've just said, that makes a lot of sense, because that would be a small enough charge to make it look like a shot wound.
The other thing that is nobody's speaking about, that was just spoke about a little bit for the whole alien disclosure, is the rampant drug abuse in the White House, especially with our leader of the FBI.
Yeah.
He actually had the Secret Service had to break down his office door because he was drowning in a old pool of his vomit.
That's that Indian dude, isn't it?
Cash Patel.
Yeah.
Spider Cash.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything on that, but yeah. We have a mayor over here in London who's a bit like that. Yeah, and his little kingdom is starting to come crashing down around him as well now. So is Starmer's, and it's I'll tell you what, I can't wait for them to go tits up. Can't wait.
I don't know how that even happened. They literally took Kumar from Harold and Kumar and were like, "You can run the FBI."
Yeah, literally.
And they're like,
literally. Over here,
it is.
over here, we had Starmer invite a guy who was Al Qaeda leader and has got photos of him holding up severed heads and stuff. And he brought him over here and gave him a red carpet meeting and shook his hand in 10 Downing Street and everything. What a fucking traitor! What a traitor! Sorry, I said it. Yes, that doesn't mean I hate people from different countries, stuff like that. No, not at all.
No, I don't either.
Any terrorist that's going around chopping off people's heads and stuff, and then the world leader goes, "Oh, that's all right, mate. You can come over here." You're a fucking prick.
I just don't understand how we can have a fucking idiot like that in office, and then we expect our service members to follow rules about drugs, but then our leader is, their high command is literally doing it, and not showing any integrity. We're supposed to be America.
And the thing is, it's like over here, they try and get all the armed forces and everything have to follow suit and be and the police. Or you can't say anything against him and this, that, and the other. And guaranteed, as soon as he's out and the new lot's in, they'll be like, "Thank fuck for that. Thank fuck for that." We're not. They're just trying to recruit loads of people for the services now. And exactly myself, Wayne, and I know a lot. I've been chatting to a lot of ex-servicemen. We've all said this isn't a country we want to fight for. At the moment, this country is not worth fighting for. Starmer's fucked it. No one wants to fight for it. No one gives a shit.
I'll fight for my family.
I
won't fight. I will not fight for our government.
No, I'll fight for my
family.
family.
A lot of people I know that are enlisting and doing it is they're literally at the point feel like if they don't go, the idiots are going to blow up the planet. Like they need to be there to be like, "Hey, let's not bomb Iran. Let's just blockade them. Maybe we shouldn't be bombing all these bridges. Why don't we just take a breath?"
It's
because if we don't, it's going to be World War III, and we're all going to have to go anyways.
If they're going to do, the only thing I would do over here is if we've got the TA, which developed from the Dad's Army. If they brought something back like the Dad's Army, if things go tits up, I'd do that. I would do that, because then I'd quite happily defend my town and my family and my missus and my friends. And if that ever happens, Josh, you and your family, get your asses over here. You'll get your free medical as well.
So you can get your combats on as well. You can come over here and join us.
Yeah. I think I'll join the Space Force part of it. Don't panic.
All the age limit's been pushed up. You could now.
I got asked you. You know what you were saying to me about Police Academy? I got asked. Yeah, Josh is joining the Police Academy. I was. Asked,
no. Josh replied. We'll take it easy before it gets accepted.
Are you going to be Hooks, Hightower, Tackleberry, or Jones?
The one that makes the airplane sounds and the robot sounds.
Jones. That's Jones. Yeah, Marvel Jones.
I think if I was be anything, I'd be
Tackleberry.
Steve Guttenberg's character, him.
Mahoney.
I'd be Mahoney. I mean, come on. I wouldn't be any of the arseholes.
Yeah, I'm too young for that. We have God, I can't think of the name of the movie now. Farva and what is that? The Broken Lizards. What is that movie called? Hot Fuzz. No, not Hot Fuzz is your guys.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz.
We have a pretty famous American comedy. We have a American comedy that's like my generation's Police Academy. Sheriffs. And it's done by a group of comedians called the Broken Lizard. They also have Beer Fest. They were all in together.
No idea.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, there's a bunch of them, and they're hilarious.
It's like this, like the show. Like, I love doing the show because it's just three friends. Even though all three of us have never actually met up together. Wayne and I have. We just need to meet up with Josh and his family. That'd be fucking awesome. But you got three. Yeah. I regard us as good friends. I regard both of you as really good friends. Wayne's my best mate. You know, it's three friends meeting up and having a chat and saying the shit that nobody else dares to say because I'm a gobby little twat. You know, and Josh is the gobby little twat over in America, and Wayne's like, now conservative, just a minute. Yeah, you're right, just a minute. he's like the sensible.
We'll break him one day. We'll break you one day.
The force of reason.
Yeah. But that's why I love doing the show. I think the format it is in now is really, really good. We talk about conspiracy theories, UFOs, stuff like that, and then we go off on one. Going fucking government, and then we go back again, you know, and stuff like that. I just think it's brilliant. And again, it just goes to prove that everything we have spoken about in the past, it's been true. Every single time we've mentioned anything to do with engineering, science, UFOs, anything like that, religion, you know, it happens. This is the latest one. We said about NASA and the Vatican and bringing religion up to speed so they can tell their followers about aliens and stuff like that. What happened? Now the president said it, and now there's been meetings with the Vatican again. And I reiterate again, because in all the things I've read about it, it says again, we told you that it happened. And so many people went, yeah, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Fucking didn't. We told you. You can read some of Wayne's thoughts when he is trying to behave on the low. Yeah, you can, can't you? Because you can see so many emotions go across his face in like one movie. He's like, like wait, you know when Josh is thinking because his beard goes. So, yeah. And with me, there's no need to guess because I've just got a big gob. So you know. Josh, if you and your family can come over, there's an invite to my wedding, 30th of September this year. So if you can, that'll be good.
That's if he can get out of Police Academy.
You know he's going to be tying torches to two dogs when he's supposed to be like on Yankers or something like that. He's going to be tying two torches to dogs whilst the people who are watching make sure he does his job to see the torches.
God, I can't think of that movie. There's so much hilariousness in that too, or like they pull over a guy, like they make jokes, the cops together, and like in the beginning of the movie, they're like, "We don't want you to say anything but meow when you pull this guy over," and he does. And he's like, "Meow."
The name of it.
And he's like, "What did I do wrong?" Meow.
It sounds like something I want to watch. You're gonna have to remember the name and tell us.
I will. I'll send you guys a link after this.
I don't know. I'm having a few days off work this week. I have things I need to do and I need a break. I've got to that point. I'm sick of dealing with stupid people. Absolutely sick of it, and I have to.
Oh, I feel you.
Josh can come over if the planes have any fuel, says Von.
Thank God. Can you imagine all the shit that they're trying to do at the moment? Oh, buy electric. Can you imagine if they started doing planes electric? It'd be like,
yeah, right.
Get the batteries out.
It'd be bollocks on a night time. Like then.
Everybody's got a pedal.
Everybody's has like a little exercise bike. Yeah. We're starting to run low. Get them out.
Have you seen the video of that? Of the aircraft? The video of the aircraft, 38,000 litres of fuel goes into the wings of the aircraft. And like, do you know what 38,000 litres of fuel looks like? And compare it to the wing of an aircraft.
It doesn't go in the wings.
Goes in the wings and the fuselage.
I thought it went in the tanks underneath.
No, there's no tanks underneath.
Oh, there used to be. Oh, I don't know.
Wings and the fuselage. But you look at 38,000 litres of tank, I think it was something like 16 tankers full of fuel goes into an A380.
Fucking hell.
But you've got to think, when people think about it, they go, oh, yeah, well, they have got to go such a distance. But when you look at how many tankers worth goes into a jet.
It doesn't work out the mileage, does it?
To see how much fuel goes in, plane's not big enough. And then someone turned around and went, hang on a minute, they only need the fuel for takeoff and landing.
Yeah, because once they're up, they reach altitude, don't they? And then they stick it on autopilot.
How does fuel burn?
Oxygen.
You've got to ignite it with oxygen, but oxygen's thin 35,000 foot up in the air, so surely you're not going to need that much fuel.
There's everything's got bollocks in it. It's like Amelia Earhart. Do you remember about 5 years ago we did a show and we said about they have found Amelia Earhart's plane in that group of islands, and they found two skeletons, and they think that they both might have died of dehydration, and then their bodies were eaten by they got like big coconut crabs, but they stripped the bodies. And we said about it 5 years ago, and then I read something online day before yesterday saying they think they found where Amelia Earhart is, and it was big news, and it's like, well, yeah, no shit, we already fucking said about it.
Did it?
You know, there's so much bollocks going on at the moment. There really, really is, and it's the politicians are done now. They're all done. They're all done.
That's
all done.
Nobody can make up their mind when the leaders are coked out of their minds.
No, you can't.
That's part of the problem.
You know, it's done. You know, like we've got ones over here. We got the one over here who's trying to bring soldiers in for war crimes, which weren't war crimes. They were orders that were given by their officers. If you're going to do anybody, do the ones that gave the original order out to their officers. They're the ones you need to go after, not the fucking squaddies, you complete bastard.
Dude, that would never work here because they'd be like, oh, we're all PTSD'd up. Come arrest us. We still all have our guns that you let us buy from the government after you discharged us. Come arrest me.
Got a few friends with
PTSD. Screwed us on the VA.
I've got a few friends with PTSD from Kandahar and God knows what else, and I know what they've been through, you know. And it's like, who the hell does Starmer think he is, going after people who are like this? Because people like Starmer gave them orders to do this shit. And then you've got Starmer turning around and going, no, I'm going to go after you because you're good buddy friends with all these bloody terrorist organizations now. Fucking traitor. Absolute traitor.
Well, look at that, too. You know how many of these terrorist groups that we're fighting that we started, that we literally were like, went in and had the Green Berets train?
if you literally took everybody out of all these different countries and you said, right, crack on with it. We've got our own.
Do you guys have something like the Green Berets?
Crack
Yep.
on with it. Yeah.
Where it's literally they go in to just train people.
It's called the Light Infantry. I was in it, unfortunately. Actually, no, I'm proud of what I did. But you've got the over here, your Green Berets.
But is that literally the same? Like, I found out you need to know 4 different languages to be a Green Beret.
Over here, your Green Berets are about the equivalent of
Marines.
They're not like Rambo. And in reality, they're not at all like Rambo. They're more or less like
infantry over here. They're like the rifles over here now. They're about the same equivalent. Because our Marines
it's
over
more
here,
or less like espionage.
well, our Marines over here are Royal Marine Commandos, and they're almost
They're like the
equivalent
SEALs.
of your SEALs.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Delta team is about the equivalent to our SAS, but your
No,
Delta team they're
no.
trained by our SAS. They're trained by our SAS.
I was going to say Delta Force is nowhere near like the SAS.
No, they're about the same echelon, the same level. I mean,
I don't know.
Our SPS and our SAS are the best in the world.
Delta Force has been proven they're the ones using black budget technology.
Yeah, they are, but they were still trained by us.
Yeah. They're based off the SAS.
Yeah.
Somebody came, former
It's not the
Marine
same
came
with
in.
everything though. You look at the troops and the tank crews that are over in the Ukraine, trained by British.
Yeah.
They were trained in British cramps. Cramps?
Right.
They were trained in British cramps and then sent back to the Ukraine.
You know, I think
I don't know where the
think-
R came from. It just appeared. Yeah, British camps, I should have said. And then sent back over, along with the
I'd say
materials that we give them.
I'd say our Rangers are probably more or less like your Marines.
I was going to say your Rangers are about. They are, because I've seen some of the shit the Rangers do, and they are pretty.
I would have
good.
said the Rangers were more like our paratroopers.
Well, we have Rangers and then we have the 101st and the 75, which they are technically Rangers, but they're not special forces, if that makes sense.
In that
Because
case,
Ranger
yeah,
Regiment and then there's special operations.
yeah, because over here you haven't just got what people fail to remember is you've got the SAS, the SBS, and there's one other one, and that is the SIS. That, which I always thought it was a SAS. My dad was a sniper attached to the SAS, but he actually was to do with the SIS, and then went on to work at Whitehall, and Special Information Service. So, but yeah, your Rangers are about I'd say. I don't know, see, because I know a lot of paras. I know a lot of paras, and the Rangers, their training and everything's way better than the paras. But it's between your Rangers, I'd say, are between Royal Marine Commandos, because you got Royal Marines and you got Royal Marine Commandos. They're about Royal Marines. I'd say it's about the level, or between Royal Marines.
That's it. There's different levels of everything when it comes to that, and until you're CIA.
But I know that every US forces personnel that I know who's trained with us over here, they've all said our training's far, 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 far better. And every time we do war games, we always wipe the floor with them. Whether it's Navy, RAF, Army, Special Forces, we always wipe the floor. You know,
we did beat you this time, and the Marines actually, the American Marines were the ones that took the sniper challenge this time, though. This year, beat everybody. I will flex that.
well,
you guys did compete.
What I was going to say is the difference, and I read a very good statement from an American Special Forces guy, and he said the difference between British forces, and that's encompassing all of it, Special Forces, normal, everything, and American forces are trained in bulk, get the fuck out, fight. Ours over here are trained.
I have a question to answer. Security guards or mall security. That's their equivalent. Mall security. ICE is the equivalent of mall security.
I'm what's classed as elite security. I have powers of arrest. I actually arrested somebody on Saturday. Yeah, I won't talk about it on here, but yeah. I'll tell you about that off air. But yeah, I've always said another thing over here, like the laws over here for security and stuff like that are so piss poor. We get paid shit wages for a tough job, really do. Because like I have to work with abuse every day of people, like proper abuse. Yesterday I had one in my face, fucking trying to have a fight with me. And in the end, I had to go, get the fuck out of my face, and then literally march him out the store. I said, "You fucking bard, get out," And I didn't mince my words. I was a bit of an arsehole to him, so because he was a dick to me. But we don't get paid enough, I'm like, if you're fine with me, I'll be absolutely fine with you. I'll be nice as pie. But if you come over and you start getting in my face when you haven't done anything, and I'm not even looking at you, but you
have pepper spray.
I wasn't even looking at this dude. It was nothing to do with me. It wasn't on my radar, nothing. And he just came over and started like, "You fucking. And I'm like, what the fuck? So if you're gonna be a dick with me, I'll be a dick with you.
So
it takes 30
days. Couldn't even catch anybody. So
I believe it's a 30-day training course in field and online to be an ICE agent.
To be a what?
ICE agent. It's like 30 days of training.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Snap.
That's bad. That's
30 days.
30 days.
And
Jesus Christ.
Fortunately, they're recruiting a lot out of the white supremacist groups, the people that the sheriffs were raiding, like, hey, you can't sleep with your sister.
Fucking hell. I was just about on behalf of the Dark Mirror radio show. None of us are in particularly racist or anything. It's just organizations that are brought down, that bring religion down to terror and stuff like that. That's what causes a lot of the hatred and a lot of the racism and stuff like that. And it's that needs to be stopped. All the terrorism and stuff. But also other countries need to take their noses out of other countries' business. You want to do that, you crack on with it. You do it within your own country, and you don't involve anybody else. You want to not have human rights involved. Leave the EU. Leave the bit that has all that. If that's what you want to do, you get on with it. But you don't involve anybody else. You close all the borders. We don't let anybody come in and be a tourist or anything.
I got an even better thing. Every time we all get pissed off together, we should have like a neutral place in the middle of the world where instead of having guns, we should just have America's finest, British finest, Afghan's finest, and we just all beat the fuck out of each other. That's how we're all friends.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. Like, look at the shit with the UFC with all these guys that hate each other, and then they beat the shit out of each other, and then they're boys. That's really what the world needs, I think.
And I'm going to say one thing, and you tell me if I'm wrong or not. All of the hatred in the world, all of it, stems from one thing. Well, two things. One is greed, and the other is religion, because my big invisible sky being God is bigger and better than your big invisible sky being God.
You forgot the third one, little dick syndrome.
It's true though, isn't it? It's religion and money. That's the root of it all.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. We should all just get on. So what if somebody speaks a different language? So what if they got a suntan? I don't have a fucking suntan. I'm jealous of your suntan. But so what if they've got a different language, different cultures, different ways? So fucking what? But then when you get the terrorist organization side of it, and we've got it over here as well, like some of the extreme fronts, which I don't agree with, there shouldn't be. Just get on. Don't try and enforce your laws or your rules and stuff on other countries. Do your own shit. Deal with yourselves, not us. Let us deal with us and deal with our own shit. And America deal with them and their own shit. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be. And then the likes of Starmer, out.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out.
I don't think he'll be lasting much longer. I think give it to the end of May.
Well, they did a thing, didn't they? And he all his own politicians are turning against him. Nobody wants Labour in. Nobody wants Conservatives in. They want reform in. can't say I'm surprised.
Well, they found something out about Mr. Green Party Zelensky.
Oh yeah, go on. I know
He hasn't. He's registered. He's registered as living on a barge, but he's using the house that's on the embankment next to where the barge is, and he's not paying council tax on it, and it hasn't for the last 3 years.
Well, this is the man who thinks he can make your boobs get bigger with his mind. So
Yes,
that
a bit
tells
of
you,
hypnotism and your chest will get bigger.
you know.
It's like that one senator that's saying that he can astral project and teleport from Waffle House to Waffle House. I don't know if you guys heard that. And it's like, this is one of our leaders, okay?
It's like
Oh, you've been hanging out with Cash Patel, huh? That's some pretty good cocaine you guys are doing.
Oh fuck yeah.
Teleporting.
Yeah.
And then you go to Waffle House and they're like, we don't know this man. We know he's part of government, but I've never seen him at Waffle House.
It's like the shit over here. And if you want the world to be a decent place, get rid of greed, get rid of the divide between rich and poor, even it up. Make things a lot better. Make things living conditions a lot better. Give people decent money. All the countries that get used as fucking sweatshops, give them decent wages, shit like that, and you'll start to see the divide get closer and closer and closer. And that's.
I mean, I had a conversation with my daughter this morning when I was taking her to school, and it was about school uniforms. All right. And I said to her, the thing is, school uniform is not legal in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
They cannot make you legally wear a school uniform. It's just school policy.
Yeah.
And she went, right, so why have they done that then? And I said, it's because they didn't want kids coming to school wearing Nike trainers and his little mate, whose parents aren't so better off, wearing cheaper trainers. Yeah. So it was to get rid of this divide. And she went, oh, right.
Or is it gang violence?
There is a big problem with that. And she went, what? I said, you can still tell the divide. And she went, how? I said, just look at the kid's lunchbox.
Yeah.
You see,
ladies and gentlemen, Wayne, just to add some, ladies and gentlemen, although Wayne just said, look at the kid's lunchbox, he meant the container with food in, nothing else.
And only your mind thought of that first. So,
no,
you
know. Okay, I covered for you, Wayne. It's all right. You carry on.
No, mine was a perfectly innocent thought. You ostracized it. That was you, not me.
This is what he said. You look at the kids' lunchbox.
Yeah, no. You're going to have two friends. One of them has got Walker's Crisps, a big brand name, and the other one's got cheap shop brand name.
Yeah, Aldi's or Lidl's Crisps.
Yeah, you know, you've got big brand foods and big brand name foods, and then the other one's got. I said, so all you got to do, just look at what they've got for their lunch.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell a mile off whether a kid gets free school dinners. They try to hide it now by doing the old fingerprint thing on the screen now, but you have to credit their account.
That's right, yeah.
You know, so there is, you still get that divide. And just flapping a kid with a school uniform doesn't hide that divide whatsoever. Well, because it doesn't extend to school bags.
No.
One kid will have a Nike school bag, the other one will have a local shop school bag if he's got a school bag.
Yeah. I remember that. It was, I can't remember what make they were. There was a type of school bag that everybody bloody wanted. And I had my mum gave me a briefcase, you know, with the locks on, the combination locks. Everybody wanted them. And my mum got me one. And then there was these black holdalls with lots of zips on, Corby or something like that. I can't remember what they were. And everybody wanted one. And it's just doesn't change.
Yeah. I had friends that were going out on 150 quid's worth of Nike trainers and shit. And there was me wearing. And there was me wearing a £10 pair of trainers, and they were they'd take the mickey out of me, and they'd be going, "Oh, you're wearing cheap trainers? Oh, yeah, whatever." And like 3 months later, their Nike trainers are in pieces, and yet mine are still looking in good condition. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. So where's the next 150 quid going to come from then? I'm still in my first pair."
I remember I had a pair of Puma Disc once. A friend of mine got me a pair over in America when he was on holiday over there. And he brought me them back. It was fucking lovely. I used to love those. He turned the dial and it tightens the shoe. Oh, they were awesome.
Yeah,
I
I've got two.
I was
I've
a
got two
punker,
pairs.
so
I've got two
we were
pairs
always
of
making
ones
our
here.
own clothes and stuff.
Well, you've got a little sweatshop in your garden, and you put all your kit in there. Go, make me a jacket.
Oh, we do it ourselves, you know, with the pins, the safety pins, and the anti-establishment thing. I improved the system doesn't work across my shirt, written in marker. And then people would come with like Louis Vuitton, and then they'd be like, da, 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 and it'd be like, well, you're a poser.
I've
And it'd be,
got to say,
we do the fucking switch.
before we go, I've actually just finally been able to read what Josh's T-shirt actually says, American Fighter. For the whole of the show, I thought it said American Fister. And I was thinking to myself, what the fucking hell is Josh wearing? Jesus H. Christ, what is he trying to advertise there?
Oh, could have been American Fighter.
It could be American Fighter.
Right.
Yeah. Because then that would work with Donald Trump.
Yes. Oh, Trump. Yeah, Trump is a fart. Yeah.
How could you name yourself after a passing wind? I do not know.
A Mistral. That's a passing wind. Anyway, anything you want to say before we disappear? Because we're going to have to go, and I'm going to have some dinner.
Have a great week, everybody.
Yep.
Josh?
Have a great week. I like that.
Is that it? Well, in that case,
There's new episodes coming eventually. My life has gotten crazy, so I know there's guests that have been like, hey, when are we doing a show? When are we doing a show? When I'm mentally capable.
on that note, we'll be back next Monday. Remember, if you see it, say it. If you see anything, any sightings, please. But all the shit that's going on now, if you see any sightings, tell us. Get hold of us on here, on Facebook, or email us at the Dark Mirror Radio Show at yahoo.co.uk, and we'll put it up on there. But either way, just tell us. Let us know what you see wherever you are in the world. If you see something, click it, take a photo, send it to us. Right, from myself and Mr. Wayne and Mr. Josh and Josh's beard, we are out of here, and we will see you guys next week. So I need to click on this, say see you later, and remember, keep your eyes to the stars. See you later, guys. Bye.